last 16, the next step as far as this year's World Cup is concerned. 16 teams are out. The men have finally been separated from the boys, Mukami Wambora. But I feel for the Africans, they'll feel hard done because so far, unfortunately, there will be no African in the last 16, Mukami.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking for Africans. This is the first time there won't be an African team representing the entire continent since 1982 in the next, and it's all because of this rule that frankly not many people seem to understand, because Senegal, though they lost yesterday to Colombia, here at the FIFA Fun Fest in Moscow, you could see the only set of fans celebrating were the Colombians, because both Japanese and the Senegalese didn't know exactly what was going on. They didn't know who was through to the next round. It took a few minutes. People were on their phones trying to figure out what happens when you're at par, when you're level on points, on goals difference, and it came down to FIFA fair play, disciplinary issues, and Senegal got 2 more yellow cards than Japan, and it was really, really painful to watch, honestly, for the entire continent after Nigeria also went out because of that last-minute goal again when they played Argentina. And you know, even getting fans to speak after the loss was very difficult. Many of them didn't want to talk, but we managed to get at least one Senegalese fan. Let's hear what he had to say.
That it just shows how much it's difficult for African countries, because I believe all the African countries with Senegal are unfortunately going home. But you know, the passion is there. It's just that the means are not there to make sure that the best get the best training and compete and are able. But I believe we will get there one day.
So yeah, you can tell obviously everyone from Africa is heartbroken. No team down, and we just now have to see who will take it all the way.
Regardless, okay, we just now have an easier path. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe that's why we paid this money to come here, to support the path, okay? It's an investment.
Great result for England. Yeah, we now stay in Moscow. We're not going to Rostov, so that's fantastic.
I mean, it was a B team against the B team. It wasn't a bad performance. England could have done better, but what are you going to do?
It was the B teams, but I like the game, and very warmly welcome in Russia. So,
come on, Belgium! Come on, Belgium!
Sorry, Bernard, I didn't get that. Can you just repeat the question? I haven't been able to get that.
Let me repeat it again. I believe it's an issue of network. Those are just reactions of the English and Belgian fans. Both teams have advanced into the last 16, and something interesting will be happening as well as far as some of the equipment that will be used in the game. We understand that there's a new ball for the last 16.
Yeah, so obviously for both teams, they were already through to the next round, and something interesting that Southgate did is he did rest his key important players and gave others a chance to play in a game that they knew was still not as important. And the only determinant is now they'll be facing off against them, we don't know. But yeah, this new ball, the Telstar Mechta, they've decided that the original ball, the Telstar 18, was black and white. It didn't really reflect the Russian culture enough, and so they decided to switch it up a little bit, give it a bit more color. It also reflects that the knockout stages are here, the competition is heating up, so they decided to add a new twist to that ball. And Mechta, interestingly, in the Russian language means dreams. So for the countries who are still in the competition, they're still dreaming, hoping that they can make it all the way to the final and take the entire tournament.
Well, thank you very much, Mukami Wambora. Perhaps the new ball could be the good omen for some of the teams that will be competing in the last 16. And remember, as usual, when you watch this show, there's something special for you. Basically, what we want you to do this afternoon is just respond to the question. Remember, a big talking point yesterday was the fair play issue. Do you think that fair play is the correct way to actually determine the progression of a team? Do you think it's a fair way of separate teams with the same statistics? Remember, Senegal had the same statistics as Japan at the end of the game, but Senegal were knocked out by virtue of the fact that they had 6 yellow cards and Japan had just 4 yellow cards. So that is the question we're asking this afternoon. Tweet us using the official